some of the stuff that we talk about today.
Yeah.
We're going into the season where, or we're already in the season where, you know, politics is flying all over the place.
Yeah.
People are going to say, do things that are off color. But then we look at the soul, and there are things that are happening that I'm not quite sure. And I said, perhaps it's necessary for us to pray because we can talk at this point. And I'm seeing stories of children, more than not, children being defiled, children going missing, children being beaten to within an inch of their lives. All of these things happening. Somebody killed in a house in Kasarani yesterday because there's a thought that maybe she was sleeping with her boss's husband, and then her life was taken away. I mean, people saying things to one another. 33 secondary school students are being presented before court. You know why? They were involved in burning schools in Taveta and Kilifi County. And the question is, what was this that could not have been discussed? And people say, well, that's it. When they get a little bit frustrated, they burn down the school. Okay. What is it, whether it was 35 years ago, whether it is today, that cannot be discussed and solved as points of concern, that the children then have to take the route of burning down the school? Something is going on.
Yeah, something ain't right. And I want to say this, that it is unfortunate. I don't think we will ever be in a time where there is no evil around. Because even when you read through scripture, evil has always been with us. But what is the role of the church in every generation? And I think one of the reasons why things are going really, really south, and there's a sense of hopelessness in society today, is because church is in bed with government. And the current government understood the power of the church. And so they came into church, poured money into church, and bought church. And that's why even when obvious things are going really, really south, you know, things you don't have to pray and fast to see, the church is unable to speak. Because as a Swahili proverb says, huwezi kunia kwa ile sahani unakulia. And so our church leaders today, they are unable to speak against this current government because they have taken money from this government.
Even if it was a while ago?
It's still a lot of money. It's still money. Yeah, you still owed. And that's why you can see the power of the gift. The power of the gift. And that's why, for example, there's a story in the Kings of the young prophet and the old prophet. And God made it very, very clear to the young prophet that as you're going to cast the altar, do not, if they give you water, don't take the water, don't take their bread, and don't take their donkey. Now, God knew that this young man, you know, was deficient of those things. He knew that he was young, he didn't have money, and God would have given him those things, but God did not give him. He wanted to ask him to fulfill his mandate regardless of how he felt or his shortcomings, or his insufficiencies. And so as he went, he fulfilled what he had been told. But on his way out, the old prophet's son told him what had happened. And so he caught up with the young prophet. And he tells the young prophet, even I am a prophet of the Lord. And the scripture makes it very clear. And he says that, yet he was lying. And he says, even I hear from the Lord. And the Lord has told me to tell you that he has seen how hungry you are and how tired you are. And so here is a donkey, here is bread, here is water. And he goes against what the Lord had told him. He'd been given strict instructions. Don't even go the same way you came. And so he took the bread, he took the water, and he took the donkey. And on his way home, he was mauled by a lion. The lion did not even touch the donkey. So in essence, the power of the God understands the power of the gift. If you receive the gift, you're compromised. And so the church today has been compromised. And the government is aware of the power of that gift. And so he went around and gave gifts to the church. And the church is mum, regardless of what he does. The church will not speak because they took money from the head of state when he wasn't the head of state.